Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Glmr. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the charts, we are on the daily, and if I remove all the blocks here just so we can have a better picture or a better view of the Fibonacci retracement. So what we did essentially is we took this swing high and we took this swing low, and we have our 1.618 target at 22.5 cents roughly. So as you can see, we did have a support trend line that we just lost, and now we're sort of having a nice drop, and a pretty strong one at that. If I take a ruler from the top of the February move, we've already dropped 52%. So this is quite the pullback, and we are very overextended from the 20 EMA, from the 55 EMA. The EMAs themselves are overextended from each other, and this typically screams a retracement to the upside. So I would say the most likely one would be 31.5 cents, just because this is the most recent major support level that we lost. This is basically was our bear market bottom in January. So we retested that level in November, then once again in January, and now we lost it in May, and potentially we're going to come back up to retest that level as resistance and then get sent back down and continue potentially all the way down to the 1.618 target, which once again is almost 22.5 cents. So if you're looking to enter at these prices, you can set up some buy limit orders in advance just so you can catch the price while it's on its way down to that target. Because if you set your buy limit order at this exact price at 0.0 or 0.2261, a lot of people could pile in on that same price because they could have the same Fibonacci retracement set up, and there's just going to be too many buy limit orders there, so you might not get filled in while others do, and you're going to be forced to buy higher because the price is going to bounce. So if you're really looking forward to these lower prices and you have some spare money that you don't necessarily want to waste or invest into the markets right now, then feel free to set up some buy limit orders. And yeah, that's what I would do if you have a bunch of money on the sidelines waiting for entry. Right now, it's a very good buying opportunity as well because we're below our previous bear market low, which we thought was the bear market low. Right now, we're printing a new low, and the tokens, from what I know, the tokens are going to be unlocked all the way up until October. So at the end of this year is when the inflation is going to stop, and that is when we could see the reversal. So up until October, we could be seeing this downfall of Glmr. We could potentially end up at around about 22.5 cents. Maybe we start consolidating there, and from there we can actually start an uptrend, and we'll go into the bull market from there. Potentially, that's a potential play. I'm just letting you know that this is a possibility here. So the fact that we lost this major support obviously is not very good, and we'll keep you updated with the situation. I try to do these updates on a weekly basis, but as of right now, it doesn't look like we're going to be, having a nice uptrend anytime soon, at least for Glmr, as not every altcoin is losing its November or January low. Glmr is one of those right now. If you're looking for a swing trade, a really quick in and out, you could target the 20 EMA for an exit, so the yellow line here, and you could target the 31.5 cents as a resistance level to take some profit. So from where we are right now, that could potentially be a 7 to 9% trade. I know that's not a lot for some people. In my opinion, I would just stay away from swing trading at this point. Now we just want to sort of wait it out and wait until we have the bull trap in September/August. That's when we can have some nice swing trades. Obviously, all of my patrons will be advised as soon as I have any trades. But that's what I have for Glmr on the daily. If we take a look at the RSI here real quick, you can see that we landed in the support block between 31.3 down to 23.4, and the last time we were that low on the daily RSI was all the way back here in May of 2022. So basically 365 days ago, basically last year on the same day here, almost on the same day. And that was when we had the Terra Luna crash, as you can remember. And then we had another pullback in June, and this is what I'm expecting potentially to happen in the markets. We have a little retracement into June, then we have another pullback with the FOMC meeting, because potentially we're going to be seeing either a default or we're going to be seeing another interest rate hike, which is definitely going to bring down the markets, because the investors are expecting a pause in June. They're, 80% expectation of a pause. So if the Fed goes against the expectation, obviously the markets will suffer a drop. That goes for both the S&P 500 and the crypto markets. So you're still sort of in the oversold here, very close to it regardless, and I would be dollar cost averaging at these areas, to be honest with you. So if you still don't have any GLMR and you're looking to get into the project, this would be a perfect opportunity to do so. Now let's jump into the weekly chart real quick. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention the YouTube memberships. So if you want to get more exclusive content, you want to support the channel, and you like my content, feel free to check out the memberships. So there is one membership tier here on my channel, which is $6.99, and you'll get access to my exclusive podcast that I do every single week. And now we're starting to invite guests to be on the show as well, and we share low cap gems. We take a look at my portfolio, take a look at my buys, we take a look at the financial markets, we take a look at what's happening with the Fed. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in these podcast episodes, and that's definitely a good way for you to get more content, and it's a great exchange of value. So thank you all, and let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart, guys, you can see that we are a bit overextended from the 20 EMA on the weekly. We just had a bounce back in February off of it, and now we're pulling back down. So maybe we're going to be looking at another bounce sometime in June when we have the next leg up, or the next lower high, you could say. Once we come back up, we might get rejected off of the 20 once again and get sent back down. But as of right now, we don't know if that's going to be happening, obviously. But I would be expecting a back test of resistance of this previous support at around about 31.5. I would say 33.5 even cents. If you're on the weekly, it would be 33.5, because the candles on the weekly closed at 33.5 a few times here in December 2022. So we had actually four candle closures above 33.5 cents. So that's a major support level that we just lost. This is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our 6th red week on GLMR on the weekly. So things are looking quite bearish as of right now, but at some point we have to start a retracement back up, because the lower you go, the faster you go, then you're going to have a retracement with the same force, or a bounce with the exact same force. So that is something to expect, and don't be surprised if we have a nice pump on GLMR. Maybe we get to 50 cents. August, September, maybe we do even 70 cents. Who knows? We'll see. If we take a look at the weekly RSI, you can see that we are sitting in the oversold right now. That's another great indicator telling us that right now we do have a very good position to dollar cost average into the project. The stochastic on the weekly is in the oversold as well. We were in the overbought back in January, so this was a good area to take some profits. Funny enough, I was actually away in Italy during January, and the market started pumping as soon as I left. So that was a bit of a shame, because I wasn't able to keep up with the markets 24/7 like I usually do. And this time around, I'm probably gonna be leaving in August, and the markets could see a nice spike in August once again. So hopefully we're gonna have the same thing play out, but I'll try to keep up with the markets this time around. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I have for GLMR as of right now. As you can see, there's not a lot to cover as we're just pulling back down. These are good buying opportunities. I wouldn't advise because I'm not a financial advisor, but me personally, I am staking my GLMR tokens on the Moonbeam network. So if you want your money to work for you, this is definitely something that you could look into. I have a tutorial on how to do that down below in the description, so make sure to check that out. And I'm gonna see you in the next update. Take care and goodbye.